Shalom. This book's called Hebrewisms to West Africa. It was written before World War II. Yeah, but this is a reprinted edition, 2019. It's written by Joseph J. Williams, S.J. Ph.D. Litt.D. I don't even know what that means. I left school when I was 11, but this is what the book's what I read. I'm going to show you about voodoo, witchcraft, and obia, basically, where they come from. When the slave trade was at its height, two Negro nations shared the mastery of West Africa, the Ashanti and the Dahomeyans, and wherever the slaves of either tribe predominated, there we find the special forms of superstitions and witchcraft which were peculiar to that people. Thus in Cuba, San Dominico, Louisiana, etc., where the Dahomeyans were in the ascendancy, the idolatry of voodooism became prevalent. That's information from Gardner, History of Jamaica, on page 90. In Jamaica, on the other hand, voodooism is practically unknown, while obia, with its concomitant poisonings, has been rife since the earliest days. The word obia itself is really the Ashanti obiifo, or Bay-ifo, a witch, or rather more properly, in practice at least, according to Captain Rattray, a wizard, being derived from Behi, sorcery. Now, an Ashanti legend runs as follows. When Big Massa was busy with the work of creation, it happened that the little monkey Efo was making himself generally useful, and when the task was accomplished, he asked Big Massa that in return for the help rendered, all creatures should bear his name. To this Big Massa acceded to such an extent that henceforth certain classes of creatures added to their own proper names the suffix fo in acknowledgement of the little monkey's part in the work. Such is the Ashanti fable, and hence we find this suffix fo in the names of peoples, nations, and occupations. Dropping this suffix then from Obey-ifo, the resultant Obey, as heard from the lips of the Coromantan slaves, was variously rendered by the Jamaican whites as obia, obia, etc. For even now, there is no agreement as to the correct spelling of the word. Of obia itself, we shall have much to say when we come to the consideration of Ashanti witchcraft. See, it's saying there's two forms of magic from two nations, Dahomey and Nigeria, West Africa. They're both West Africa. Where did it say? Cuba. No. The Ashanti and the Dahomeyans. Two forms of witchcraft. Of obia itself, we shall have much to say when we come to the consideration of Ashanti witchcraft and the source from which it was derived. For the present, let it suffice to note that Jamaica obia is really a continuation of the Ashanti sorcery, just as Mayalism in the Jamaica bush is a residue of the old tribal religious stance of the African race. Get this book, trust me.